I am your RusAme reader, Crow Song, and today I will be reading to you from Handcuffs by Raccoon Mania. Now, on to Chapter 3. Russia, 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 Russia. Asshole! What is it that you want, America? Russia calmly asked, clearly biting back many violent actions. Say, vessel. Will you stay silent if I do? Sure. Vessel. America burst out laughing. Russia frowned and turned back to his phone. America snickered and went back to watching the TV. He was extremely bored, having watched all the interesting movies on Russia's TV. All of a sudden, America's phone began ringing. Only one problem. It had fallen out of America's pocket, and it was out of his reach. Russia was quite aware of this fact. America knew that Russia was aware, and yet Russia chose not to get up, so that America may reach his phone. After a few tries, America finally turned to Russia with a small pout. You could at least move a bit so I could take the call. Russia looked at America with a rather cold stare. No, I do not believe I am obliged to move. America glared angrily at Russia, who returned his glare as well. Soon enough, America averted his gaze. America kept trying and finally succeeded at reaching his phone. His wrist was now completely red and had a few scratches. Russia glanced at America's red wrist. Your wrist, he simply stated. America glared at him. What about it? Russia looked America straight in the eyes. It is even uglier than before. America, fuming with rage, pulled out a pistol. But only then he realized he had only brought a shotgun and a spork to the UN meeting. And since the meeting, he had been unable to return home, where he left most of his firearms. Russia observed America, who was steadily going from, I will legit shoot you and make you burn in hell, to, holy shitty motherfucking ass fucker shit. I left the States with my firearms, America screeched. Russia winced and saw Aditya poke her head through the door, thoroughly surprised. Russia shook his head and signaled her to go back to whatever she was doing before, along with the others. Russia then diverted his attention back to America. It is not like they will have burned your home. America looked dead inside and said, You have no idea. Under usual circumstances, Russia would not have agreed to go to America's home, but he was, unfortunately, much too curious by what America meant by, You have no idea. And so, here they were, in front of the American's home. America opened the door. To Russia, all seemed quite calm, and that America was simply exaggerating, as the American always does. Oh, dear God. Wisconsin? Where is Alabama? Wisconsin simply looked at America with pure terror in his eyes. A shout was heard in the distance, and California suddenly appeared on the second floor. Alabama appeared right behind California, holding 2 pump shotguns, several pistols, most of which were shoved in holsters, and an AK-47. He also had a smile of complete and utter glee. Alabama froze upon spotting America. Russia appeared neutral, as if this was a normal thing, and all was fine. But inside, he was shook. "Какого черта?" was the one thing he whispered. "Какого черта" means "what the hell" in Russian. America sternly stared at Alabama, who slowly put the guns down, chuckling nervously. America grinned. "Who'd you hit?" Alabama grinned as well. "I shot Kentucky in the arm." "Great. That means you're responsible for bringing Kentucky to the hospital. And if she dies, it's on you." And with that, America walked inside, Russia following behind him, flabbergasted. America had brought Russia inside, and after some negotiation, with much arguing and maybe a knife almost stabbing America, though Russia will deny that he threw the knife at America, Russia agreed to stay at America's house so that the striped American could make sure his house wasn't burnt to the ground by his states. America had to explain to the Bronx why he couldn't go play video games with New York City, to which Russia only partially paid attention, too busy staring into the void. After that, America had laid on the ground, holding a kitchen knife close to him. Not that he did not trust Russia, it's just that he wanted to be prepared if Russia were to attempt murdering him or some shit like that. Russia did not have a weapon, but that didn't make him any less dangerous. He also knew of America's knife. From time to time, states would pop by, a few cities or boroughs as well, most to settle disputes or ask questions, others to tattle on something or another. America handled most of them in a joking manner, and some he would just arm wrestle to settle the dispute. Quite childish and stupid, Russia thought to himself. Of course, Russia stayed silent, maybe scoffing from time to time at the stupidest remarks. Russia's demeanor only pissed America off. At one point, a city, Atlanta, started complaining about Queens having shoved a small toy from a Catan board game down his throat, making him choke. And Queens came running, defending himself by saying Atlanta had punched Brooklyn before he made Atlanta choke. America tried to handle it calmly, but eventually made Georgia and New York deal with their cities. Lazy. America turned around, very close to punching Russia. Russia's disapproving look did not help much. When my siblings or republics would fight over stupid matters, I would make them choose. Fight a bear, spend the night outside, or not fight anymore. America finally snapped and punched Russia. Unfortunately, he had failed to remember the handcuffs, and Russia pulled on the chain, making the American's hand that was cuffed slapped America. Russia then spun around, putting America in a chokehold using the chain from the handcuffs. As America reached for the knife, Russia kicked it away. Russia kept America in a chokehold until the American eventually lost consciousness. Russia released his hold on America and dragged him along as he shut the door, so that none of the states would come inside and see the questionable scene. Russia then sat on the floor against the wall. Soon enough, America had Russia's hand in a tight grip, sort of as if Russia's hand was a teddy bear. Russia attempted removing his hand from the capitalist's hold, but failed. So Russia simply settled for taking a picture of America cuddling the Russian's hand. And he sat there, waiting till the American awoke. And that's the end of this chapter. I hope you've enjoyed. We have a Discord. It is linked down in the description. Come join us if you would like to. We have some channels to talk about the fics, and sometimes I will tell you how my recordings are going. And in cases like this, I might have to learn how to pronounce something. I do know some Russian, so I could pronounce it a little better than I would be able to if I didn't know any at all. But yeah, Russian is still hard for me to pronounce sometimes. But I hope you'll join us and have fun with us. And that concludes this. I hope you have a nice day, night, or whatever it is for you. Just enjoy your time. And I will see you tomorrow.